Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about my favorite makeup brushes that I use in order to achieve the looks that I achieve on an everyday basis. And many of them are different brushes. I don't use any particular brand, and what I'm going to do today is show you different types of brushes that you use to apply certain applications of makeup and what parts of the face that you use them on. And without further ado, I'm going to go on and get started. And I'll start with the face brushes first. So I'm going to start with the foundation brushes. And I have 3 of them. They're the same type, so just remember they're foundation brushes. So you can get whichever one that you choose to get or something similar. And the first one I'm going to start with is the Sigma F80 Kabuki brush, which is this one here. And this has been a staple. This one works really well, and you just would pat it on your face. When you use liquid foundation, you just apply it and pat it all over your face. And you see how actually it looks here. It's flat. It's a flat Kabuki brush. I just want you to see what type of brush it is. And this one retails for, let's see, what do I have this one for? $25, okay? Another one is the Real Techniques one here. And this is called the Expert Face Brush, and it actually can stand on its own. It's flat here, so you don't have to put it in a container. And this is how it is. It's soft in the bristles, and it's not really flat, but it's dense. And same thing, you apply your foundation all over your face like this with this brush. And Real Techniques can be purchased in Ulta store. I think they also have these in let's see, Target or somewhere, and these are reasonably priced. I think this one, it priced for $9.99, so that's a good deal there. And for those who don't even want to spend that much money, there's also the e.l.f. brush that I use, and this is called the e.l.f. powder brush, but you can use it for foundation or powder. The reason I like this one is because see how it's another flat one here? It's a flat top brush, so when you put on your foundation, you just pat it in like this, and it gives it a really good definition. It looks smooth and airbrush. So as I stated before, those are the ones you apply foundation with, and you can use any of those types of brushes even if you don't select those. However, those are the favorite ones that I use on a regular basis every day. Next, I'm going to move on to a tool. This is not an actual brush, but these are tools that you can use to apply foundation as well as your concealer. This is the all-time favorite beauty blender. Everybody in makeup land has a beauty blender, and you see it looks like a little egg, and I use this today. You do it to get up in here and apply your concealer, as well as you can do your foundation with this brush as well. It's good for blending. It's very soft and easy to clean and maintain, and this retails for $20. Another one is the Real Techniques sponge, and as you can see, it has a flat end here, and it has a point that you can do under the eye. So this one is really good and versatile, and it's less money than the Beauty Blender, and it works really well. Now this sponge here retails for $5.99, and this is called the Real Techniques, what's it called? The Complexion sponge, and this is the regular size one. Okay, moving on, I'm going to go next to blush. And for blush, I have the Real Techniques blush brush, and this is how it looks. And as you can see, this one's good for blush as well as powder, but it's called the blush brush. And you can just go on this cheekbone here, on your side of your cheeks, and it packs in, especially when you're using powder blush. So I really like this one. Also, you can use it for powder because it's also nice, thick, and fluffy. Here's a good look at it here. Let's see, so you can actually see. And I have no problems. I love this one. And this one retails for $9.99. Another blush brush that I have is the Morphe M403 brush. And this is how this one looks. Okay. And I used this one today, as you can see. And it's also good. It's like smaller. So, you know, if you want to just do a little bit of blush, this is another option. And this one here is $11. So, you know, you can find any other blush brushes, but those are the 2 that I use mainly on a regular basis. I'm now going to go into face powder brush that you use all over the face. And the first one I'm going to show you here is the Sigma F20. Everyone has this one pretty much. And let's see, this is here. And you see how big and fluffy it is and nice and soft. And this one is an all over powder brush. So you put your powder all on, and as you can see, it's nice, soft, and fluffy, easy to use. This retails for $30. So if you don't want to spend $30 for a brush, then I have another one, which is the Morphe E2 brush. Let's see, where's that? Yeah, here's the Morphe E2 brush. See how nice this one is and big and fluffy? This is a nice big puffy one too, which I use today, you can see, to put your all over powder on. And this one here, oh, it's so nice and soft. It's like luxurious. But anyway, this is a good price because this one here is only $22. And so it works really nice. And another one that I have is the Morphe let's see, what is this? No, Morphe M320. This is the Morphe M320 brush. And this is how this one looks. And I'm not sure if they still have this one. You can go on the Morphe website and see, but I use this for all over the face as well if I'm not just doing a lot of powder. But anyway, this one works very well too. As you can see, you get any of them that are nice and fluffy like this to put your all over face powder, and that's a good go. The next type of brush I'm going to discuss is your contouring brush. And I have two types of contour brush, and I'll start with this first one here by Lorac. And as you can see how it's slanted, how this is like this. And I use this one to contour the nose area, like right here, and here. It gives you the chiseled look. However, this one, when I purchased the Lorac contour palette, it came with the palette. So I don't know if you can buy this separately, but I have seen a brush similar to this in the Sephora store. So basically, you just want to pick one that has this kind of a look to it, and then that works well for contouring. Another one I use for contouring is by Real Techniques, and this one is like this. It's the contour brush. And you see how the bristles are here. And this one works with your powder contour. You just dust it in there, and you can go underneath here as well. You can go down the side of your nose. You just can pinch it if you want to get more definition. And this one works really good for contouring. You can try another type of brush also, but these are the two that I use most of the time. And I know this one here, the Real Techniques one, is $12.99. This one here, like I said, I don't know, but I have seen one similar in the Sephora store that you can get for that as well. And next, the opposite of contouring is highlighting. And so I have 3 highlighter brushes. And the first one here that I'm going to show you is also a Real Techniques brush. And for highlight, you just want to do this little pop right here and on the side here. This works really well. And this, I believe I bought this one separately, but this is called the Real Techniques setting brush, and it was only $7.99. So the name of it is the setting brush. And of course, I'll have all of these in the description box when I'm done here. Another one that I like to use is this one by Fenty Beauty. It's the cheek highlighter brush. I think they call it the Fenty cheek highlighting brush. But as you can see how it has this little angle to it, like this. And it's really nice to just put a little pop of color there too. And it's really soft. But this one is more expensive. This one is for, how much is this one? $32. So this is a $32 brush. So if you don't want to do that, go ahead with the Real Techniques. And I have the a fan brush. Now this one is from Sigma. It's the Strobing fan brush. So it's a little bit better than some of the other fan brushes that I've used, where you get it in there and it goes all over the place. You don't really have enough definition. But this one, the way the bristles are made here, actually you can see this one here. It gives you you just dust it on like that and dust it on the other side like that. And it works really well too. And this one I believe sold for $18. So, you know, that's less than the Fenty, but more than the Real Techniques. But either way, and if you don't do highlight, you don't have to worry about it. But for those of you who do highlight, those are 3 of the brushes that I normally use. And so also for contour, I did forget to mention that the Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques that I use for foundation, you can also use this one for contouring. But you know what? I really use this one more for bronzing. And so this is good for foundation and for bronzing, because after you do your whole look, then you just bronze down under here and up here on the forehead. And this, you know, gives a good amount because it's not as big as the foundation brushes. So you can also use that one for bronzing. And so now I'm going to move on to eyeshadow brushes. And there's a few of these, and I'll try and break it down and explain these to you. So I'm going to start out with the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. Let's see, that's this one here. And so this one here, as you can see how it looks, you use this when you're going to do the crease, your crease area here, because, you know, you pick it up and you dust it on, and it's a blending brush. So this goes for the, I guess what you want to call the middle of your eye, which is the crease. For those who don't know what the crease is, the middle of this eye section here. And that's what you use for that. As well as I also use the, what you call here, they also have the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush. And you can use that one here also in the crease area. And it's not as big and fluffy as the other one, so it gives a little bit more definition. And both of these were sold together in a packet for like $9.99. So that's a good deal for the set of two. And it does the job. Also, I use the Sigma E38 brush, which is similar to the MAC 244 that a lot of people use. And this one also, if you can look at how the brush is made, if you can see here, see how it's like that. And that's good for, you know, the crease area and for blending. So these are like crease blending brushes. And that's when you put the color there in the center and you're able to not just have it look clunky, but it blends out nice and easy there. My next brush here, and this one is, oh, you know, these MAC brushes, they do last. So that's one thing about them. You don't have to worry about replacing them. And this is the MAC 144. And let's see, this is how it looks. See, it's a flat. So basically the flat one is what you use on the lid. So that's when you use this one on the lid, and you can pack color there on the lid. So if not this one, you want to get something similar that's flat like this to use for your eyelid. Then I have this is the angle brush, the MAC 266, and this is the angle brush. This you use for under the eye, right up under here, when you're going to put color down here on your eyeliner, or if you're going to do your eyebrows. This is the one you use. So it's an angle brush. So just so you know, this is what an angle brush looks like. And you can use any angle brush. You don't have to use this particular one. Here, I don't know what the MAC one is, but MAC brushes are not inexpensive. But you can go ahead and try and find one similar. And then I have this one, the Real Techniques. This one's called the Detailer Brush, and this one retails for $8.99. As you can see, it's a little tiny eye brush. And what I use this one for is under the eyebrow bone. So right here, when you want to get the eyebrow bone area and you want to put a different color there, as you can see, I have like 2 or 3 colors on. So this is the one that goes like right under the eyebrows. And or you can also use this one underneath here too. It's a detailer brush, very tiny, soft bristles. And let me see, this one sells for $8.99. I believe I said that, but just in case I said it again. Last but not least is what I call a spoolie. Everybody needs a spoolie. This is for your eyebrows. So whenever you're doing your eyebrows, you use a spoolie and comb them up and over. And also when you're using your eyebrow pencils or eyebrow liners, they usually come dual. So they come with the spoolie on one end, and then they have the color crayon on the other end. So when you're doing your eyebrows, most of them come with the spoolie already. However, if you don't have that kind of an eyebrow pencil, then you do need to invest in a spoolie. And this one here is by MAC. And I don't know how much I paid for it, but I've had it a while. I just want to tell you that all the MAC brushes last forever. Sigma's also a good brand that lasts. Morphe is good for the price. Real Techniques is really good for the price. I never have any problems with those. The e.l.f. brushes work really well. It's just that you probably have to replace them after 1 to 2 years. And, you know, it's not a big deal either because their brushes are usually $3 to $5. So, you know, you get what you pay for. And so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, then just place them in the comment section and I'll get back to you. These are just like the main brushes that you need to have. You don't have to be a professional to use the brushes that I just showed to you. You just need to, you know, learn how to practice and know that you got to use different brushes for different looks. And if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then please make sure that you subscribe. You hit the subscribe words underneath here somewhere to the right. And if you subscribe and you want to know when I upload new videos, then hit the notification bell, because that is the way that you get notified when I have new videos that upload. And as always, love your look.